All right, it's time to talk about a story that I've been so excited to show you for the last few days. We're spotlighting an East Hampton art room with more than art hanging on its walls. It's bringing together a unique community that's made quite the sacrifice for us here at home. I had the chance to speak with the creator of the Warrior Art Room, a space for soldiers and their family to relieve and release their pain.
With every stroke, with every detail, there's peaceful painting that ends with a piece with a powerful purpose.
What art has given me is inner peace. It's my sanctity.
Steve Jones is a veteran with a colorful past and present.
I served in the Marine Corps from 2001 to 2009. I got out and I thought everything was perfectly fine, just going on with life. And about 2011-ish, 2012, really started struggling with some PTSD, just out of the blue.
Just months later, after going back to school for career advancement, he got more than just a certificate. Jones found his calling.
I don't know really what's wrong with me, so I'm going to go and study psychology, and I'm going to be a clinical psychologist. I'm going to save the veteran population that way and figure out what's going on with me.
To save his and their lives, he found healing in humanities.
Since I can't sing and clap at the same time, there was no music, humanities, even in the picture. So I decided, I'll take a philosophy course. And I already think in the abstract, so that didn't really pan out. So then I moved into art.
It was in one of those classes that laid the foundation for the healing he and countless of our country's heroes were about to get. Jones's professor asked him to paint his emotions. It may have ended with a piece of art, but it came with a key to unlock some of the pain he had bottled up inside.
Let the water just take them and move them around the paper, and then unfocus our eyes on that blurry image that we made, and let your mind decide what it is. And so what it ended up being was the first casualty evacuation that I did when I was in Iraq.
That ability to walk through his pain through painting. He got another degree in art therapy, and years later he opened the doors to the Warriors Art Room, a space where veterans and their families and families of active duty servicemen and women create art with deep meaning and lessons. But it's not always about the painting, it's about the approach.
I always tell the veterans and the family members that come, it's not about what you create. It's about how you got there. There's no bad art. The only bad art is art that you never made.
That mission started on day one. The art approach that gave Steve the release he needed gave another veteran the chance to save his life.
We encourage him, just create something out of how you feeling, whatever, because he didn't know what to make. And he sat down and he drew a picture of a Marine sitting there with a gun to his head. And he's like, "This is all I think about." And now that I see this, I see how screwed up this is. And he was then able to go and get help.
Veteran Donnie Longley has seen with his own eyes the power sculpting can have in our nation's heroes, especially after coming out of a combat zone and coming back to a community.
At that time, I didn't know was traumatic, like you go from really having this parent, which is the military, help you through life, and then you leave it and all your safety net is gone, and then all your friends who you've been with for years are gone. And that, was a pretty tough thing to go through at that time. And that's really where I started making these pieces of art out of metal.
Now, as art shines proudly in a room full of his veterans' pieces in the organization's East Hampton Art Room, honoring a fallen soldier who took his life after years of sacrifice.
What is kind of neat about this seahorse is there's a lot of stuff in here from different things that I used to do. There's a motorcycle chain, used to ride dirt bikes and stuff like that. There's lug nuts for the eyeballs. That actually came from a Jeep that I used to work on all the time.
I have to say, when you were talking about it, and as you talk about it, your face lit up. You just got happy.
It's funny.
Happy.
And you don't think about that as, I think about the sculpture, but when I talk about it, I get excited.
Though there's plenty of things on the wall, there's still space for your work to hang highly, especially if you're going through something.
It gives you a sense of purpose, right? Like you're going to get up and you're going to create something.
If all you can make is a stick figure, stay for the class and you'll get community.
It's been awesome. I love this place. It's great. Want more people involved. It'd be awesome.
It's about the camaraderie for me. There's a there's another veteran that comes. He's a Vietnam vet, Air Force guy. Again, I'm in the Marines. Nothing really in common other than the fact that we both served. And him and I have, we're like best friends.
While some can't create specifically for this space, everyone can help out through donating.
99% of our funding comes from, people like you and me who are just, willing to donate.